Good morning, tribe. Welcome to class. If you've not already set up your mat, go ahead and do that. Maybe grab some water. Shouldn't need any props for our practice. So let's go ahead and come in to tabletop. If there's one yoga pose that you're going to do to warm up the spine and the core, this is it. So let's bring the hands underneath of the shoulders, knees underneath of the hips, pressing the tops of the ankles into the mat. Fingers spread wide, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Bring that navel back into the spine here. Nice flat tabletop position, neutral neck. Inhale, lift the hips, release the belly looking up. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under, lift the ribs high, top of the head releases down toward the mat. Continue to move with your own breath at your own pace. Pressing away from the mat. One more. Inhale into cow and exhale into cat. Bringing it back to tabletop position. We'll walk the hands forward and just make our way all the way down onto our bellies into our prone position. So bringing the elbow directly underneath of the shoulders, we're going to come into Sphinx Pose. Tops of the ankles pressed into the mat, elbows under shoulders. Engage the core here. Bottom of the chin is parallel with the floor. Getting just a nice little easy back bend. Keep the core nice and tight. So anytime we are in a back bend, it is important to keep the core engaged, protecting that lower back. 3 more breaths. Keep the shoulders down, away from the ears. And then slowly release. We'll bring the left ear down to the mat. Pause here. One more breath. All right, we're gonna come into a half locust. So let's zip the legs and the feet together. Bring the chin to the mat and bring the arms out in front of you. On your next inhale, engage the core, keep it nice and tight, and then as you exhale, lift with the upper body only, keeping the lower body, the legs and the feet and the hips pressing into the mat. For 3, 2, 1. Release it down. Right ear comes down to the mat. Nice deep breath. All right, this time we're going to go ahead and bring the arms just underneath of the thighs a little bit here. Actually, there we go. So rolling them under, palms are still facing up. Keeping the chin on the mat. Inhale, engage the core. Exhale, lift the legs only. Keeping the upper body down. Try to lift a little higher. A little higher. 3, 2, and 1. Release the legs down. All right, let's bend into the knees and windshield wiper the feet side to side. Good. All right, let's put it all together. Bring the legs back down onto the mat. We're going to come into a full locust. You can bring the arms out in front if you want, or you can leave them down at your side, palms facing up. We're not going to tuck them under the legs, though. Inhale, engage the core, and exhale, lifting up into your locust pose. Now, if you want to interlace the fingers and squeeze those shoulder blades together here, you can. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it back down. Bend the knees, windshield wiper the feet. All right, keeping the knees bent, bring the legs up, preparing for bow pose. So, if you are not comfortable with bow pose, you can take a half bow, which would just be coming up one leg at a time, or you can just come back into locust pose. But if you feel comfortable with taking a bow pose and you have the flexibility for it, go ahead and grab the outsides of the feet. Inhale, engage the core. Exhale, press it up, kicking the feet into the hands, keeping the knees parallel. So making sure that they're not coming out to the side. Bring them in. 3, 2, and 1. Lower it down. All right, one more time. Bring those feet side to side. Okay, pressing ourselves up onto the mat. Bringing the knees as wide as your mat here. Keeping the toes together. Sit the hips back onto the heels. Release the arms out, extended on the mat. Dropping down into your child's pose. Nice deep breaths. Sending that breath into the lower back. Feeling the space around the sacrum expand. Really countering all of those lower back bends that we just did. Go ahead and bring the chest up, knees coming together, feet stay together, and then again set the hips back onto the heels, and the arms down at your side this time, palms facing up, coming into a passive child's pose. So both child's versions of child pose are really great, but I find that this passive pose gets us a little bit better of a counter stretch in the lower spine. One more deep breath. All right, let's go ahead and roll up. Perfect. All right, crossing the feet. Go ahead and sit back onto your seats. Soles of the feet coming to the mat, grabbing the backs of the legs, and let's just roll it down. Keeping the feet on the mat, knees bent. Walking the heels in close to the seat, reaching the fingertips toward the heels, preparing for bridge pose. All right. From here, inhale, engage that core, keep it nice and tight. Exhale, press the hips up, bringing the chest toward the chin. You can either reach the hand toward the feet, interlace the fingers underneath of the back, roll those shoulders under. Whichever feels better for you. Three, 2, and 1. Lower it back down. Pause here. Arms coming out at your side. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. So even though we may not technically be targeting the abdominal muscles, the postures that we're doing aren't directly targeting the abdominal muscles because we're targeting the back, and they're two sides of the same coin, right? We're getting into the core as long as you're doing it right and you're keeping the core engaged. All right, knees getting back up. Let's take round 2 of bridge. I have a fly that's driving me nuts. Okay. All right, inhale, engage that core, and exhale, press it up. Three, 2, and 1. Lower it back down. Pause here just for a couple of breaths. We're going to bring it back up into bridge. 3, 2, 1. Press it up. While you're here, if you can bring your hands to your lower back. Bring your hands to your lower back, right? And then from here, we can play around with maybe lifting a leg. Lifting the other leg. Or if you feel good, bringing them both up into a shoulder stand. Holding here for 3, 2, and 1. Gently start to lower back down onto your back and bring the knees into the chest. Oh, give them a nice, good squeeze. Again, we need to counter all those lower back bends that we just did with our bridge pose. Maybe lifting the forehead up to the kneecaps, rounding in that spine. Hold here for a breath. And then release it back down. Good. All right. Extending the legs out onto your mat. Allow the feet to gently fall out to the side. Arms coming out beside you, palms up. Close the eyes and return the breath back to normal. Relax the forehead. Soften the space around the eyes, the eyebrows. Relax the jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Unclench the teeth. Notice anywhere in the body that you're still holding on to any tension. As you inhale, breathe into that space. As you exhale, allow that tension to release, melt away. Finding yourself fully relaxed. Thank you so much for joining me today. It has been my honor to guide you through your practice. Namaste.